Khizr Khan is the father of a slain Muslim army captain, Humayun Khan. He was killed by a car bomb while he was serving in Iraq in 2004. Well, Khizr gained national attention when he took aim at Donald Trump during the Democratic National Convention in 2016 over what he said was Trump's treatment of Muslims and other minorities. Well, he did this while he was holding a pocket-sized U.S. Constitution and challenging the former president to read it. Well, over the weekend, Khan announced that he is endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris. Joining me now is Khizr Khan, lawyer and director of the People for the American Way. A pleasure to have you here with us. And let's jump right in. You're a Gold Star father, and you have said, in your opinion, that Donald Trump is incapable of leading the United States again, yet 28% of voters right now in this New York Times Siena poll are saying they need to learn more about Kamala Harris. She became the nominee without winning any primary elections. So how, in your mind, will she show voters tonight that she's capable of leading this country?
Well, her life had been an open book. She is a champion of rule of law, champion of family, American family, champion for equal dignity, champion for equal opportunity. So her life had been open book for the public to know. On the other hand, I feel so concerned about the future of this political discourse that we have, on one hand, a champion of rule of law, Kamala Harris. On the other hand, and I cite this and I want your audience to hear this carefully, that in 234-year history of United States politics, there had not been a candidate or a president or a former president who had been indicted and convicted of felonies. Republican Party ought to reconsider their support of Donald Trump. This is a legacy, a tragic legacy of Republican Party in the making. And this is, our future generation will look back and will regret that we have had a candidate who had 34 felony convictions, and he still owes $554 million fine that he owes. And this has never happened, so this is very sad and very tragic. On the other hand, Kamala Harris had been an open book, a leader with rule of law background, a leader with support of equal dignity and equal opportunity.
Well, let me ask you this. I know you're in the spin room for Kamala Harris tonight. I want to stick with her. For the voter who's really paying attention right now and might be a little bit concerned that she is, in fact, too liberal or too progressive, what will Harris talk about tonight to show her more in the middle of the road? And are you concerned at all that then that might alienate some of her progressive supporters?
Well, all she has to do is talk about what has been accomplished. She had been the integral part of, after how Trump left the United States in the middle of COVID, no vaccine in sight. She came in and made sure that the entire country is vaccinated. That is one. Then came the American Rescue Plan.
There was vaccines when Donald Trump was president.
Yeah, but it was not as it could have been, as it should have been, because of the chaos in Washington that Trump creates. Then came the infrastructure bill, the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Then came the inflation reduction bill, and so on. She can speak to this. She had been the main person to lead those efforts, and those efforts are on behalf of, if you look at all of this, those efforts have been to make life better for American family, for ordinary people of the United States, and people are very much aware of it. People remember how it was during the Trump era, that it was chaos, and Trump's Attorney General said it so well, it needs be repeated that this is Bill Barr speaking publicly, that Donald Trump should not be elected president again. He's a narcissist, troubled human being. He should not be elected president again. And this speaks volume of his personality, of his character, of his suitability, and of his disrespect for the office, and especially our military, our veterans, and their families, our heroes that have sacrificed their all, and their families that Trump has displayed. A couple of weeks ago in Arlington Cemetery, he stood there, he went there to pay tribute to Gold Star families and their sacrifice. And what he did, and that is typical Donald Trump, he stood there with his thumb up and took photos as if this was a political event taking place there. In the past, he has done many a time. In 2018, everybody remembers in France when he went to participate in the commemoration of the end of First World War. And he said about our heroes that have died, said, these are losers and suckers to me. Then standing in Arlington Cemetery in 2017 on Memorial Day with the retired General Kelly, whose son had died, Lieutenant Kelly, young Lieutenant Kelly, standing at his graveside, he said, what is in it for them? Meaning he has no concept of service. He has no concept of sacrifice, and undeserving of being considered for the president, whereas being elected.
Well, the polls are tight. They are neck and neck, and it is up to the American people to decide. Khizr Khan, thank you so much for being here with us today.